Grace and peace. I am Pastor Renee Teague, the pastor of Enon United Methodist Church in Studley, Virginia. And here we are edging in on the end of June the 22nd. And these are the days we have. I was reading a psalm this morning, Psalm 39, verses 4 through 5. Lord, remind me how brief my time on earth will be. Remind me that my days are numbered, how fleeting my life is. You have made my life no longer than the width of my hand. My entire life is just a moment to you at best. Each of us is but a breath. My life is momentary. What am I doing with this day? Am I just waiting for the next one? Am I waiting for this particular phase of life, chaotic as it is, just to be over so I can get on with really living? Am I so consumed with things that I may or may not have tomorrow that I'm not recognizing what is today? You know, that can be a problem, particularly as we age, that we become so frugal and so focused on saving things and having enough money that we forget to live with what we actually have. And so we get so focused on money numbers and bank account balances and the stock market or our retirement funds that we fail to notice that God has assured us of enough for the day, and the day is all we have. Lord, remind me how brief my time on this earth really is. How brief it really is. What conversations do you need to have with God about money, about your provision, about living in the day? Do you trust God with this day and with tomorrow? I find it very helpful to go back through my life and mark some Ebenezers. You know, look at places where I thought for sure I wouldn't make it, for sure there wouldn't be enough, and then realize how I was provided for. My favorite Ebenezer that I've ever raised, when my husband and I moved to Virginia in 2000, we had owned a home in Gray, Georgia, and that home would have been paid for before our oldest daughter finished high school. We had one mortgage that we were paying rapidly toward paid off. But with the loss of a job, we moved to Virginia and we bought this house, the house that I'm living in now. Before the other one sold, we had to move our children, and they were all grade school through middle school children. We moved, we had good enough credit, we borrowed the money to pay for this one and took out a second against the other one. So we went from one almost paid off mortgage to 3. And the other house didn't sell. It didn't sell for a year. And I came to this point, and I was downstairs in this house, and I came to the point that I had run out of money. There was no more to pay the next mortgage that was due. We had a house on the market and 2 extra lots on the market separately, and I just needed for something to sell, and I needed it to sell and put the money in the bank by the next day. And I knelt down in my den and I prayed, God, you said you'd provide, and I am doing all I can, and I cannot make it. I am going to have some help here. And the phone rang. And when the phone rang, it was a woman who wanted to buy one of those lots, and she had cash. And she deposited it in the bank in Gray that afternoon, and I paid the mortgage. God provided. Now, God has never given more than we needed or thought we needed. God has never made us wealthy people, and I don't believe in a prosperity gospel. But I do believe that God teaches us and holds us and cares for us and provides for us and has asked simply that we let go and trust Him with life. And it is in the letting go that we find joy. In the letting go, we find joy. We're going to sing one of my old favorites that's about this dwelling in Beulah land. Far away the noise of strife upon my ear is falling. Then I know the sins of earth beset on every hand. Doubt and fear and things of earth in vain to me are calling. None of these shall move me from Beulah land. I'm living on the mountain underneath the cloudless sky. I'm drinking at the fountain that never will run dry. Oh yes, I'm feasting on the manna from a bountiful supply, for I am dwelling in Beulah land. Let the stormy breezes blow, their cry cannot alarm me. I am safely sheltered here, protected by God's hand. Here the sun is always shining, nothing there can harm me. I am safe forever in Beulah land. I'm living on the mountain underneath the cloudless sky. I'm drinking at the fountain that never shall run dry. Oh yes, I'm feasting on the manna from a bountiful supply, for I am dwelling in Beulah land. O gracious God, this day reassure our hearts and our minds that you will provide for us, that if we will let go and trust you, that we too can dwell in Beulah land. Amen.